Hey you guys, it's Lisa Mohajeh. I just wanted to do a very quick tutorial on how to use Canva.com. I know a lot of you guys have had some questions about how to use it, so I thought I would just walk you through. This is the desktop version. So Canva is available as an app for your phone. However, it's not quite as user-friendly as it is on the desktop. So for today, we will be using the actual desktop version. So let me just go ahead and share my screen and we will do a little example. So obviously the first thing that you want to do is go to canva.com. It's exactly like Canvas without the S. So you're going to go to canva.com and you are going to click on more. And when you click on more, it basically gives you the templates, the dimensions for all of these different types of graphics. So whether you're doing something for social media or you're creating a presentation, maybe you need a poster or a postcard that you want to leave out at different neighborhood restaurants, your beauty salon, things like that. So maybe you want to put together a postcard, which is just the card. Maybe you're looking to put together your timeline cover. You're going to scroll down to the social media and email headers. So there's a Facebook event cover, a Facebook timeline cover. If you have a YouTube channel, you can do custom YouTube thumbnails. If you've seen my YouTube channel, I do custom thumbnails from time to time. So there's all different kinds of things that you can use Canva for: invitations, collages, announcements, Facebook ads. If you're advertising on Facebook, these things have to be very specific dimensions. And so the cool thing is that Canva already has these for you. So for today, I am just going to do a basic social media post. That's typically the one that I choose. And as you can see, they give you different templates that you can choose from. A lot of them are free, and then some of them are like $1. Very rarely do I use these templates, although they're super cool and it makes it easy. If you find one that you like, just go ahead and grab it and put your own twist on that. But for today, I'm going to go ahead and just show you how I would typically create a graphic. So for example, I like to search for specific background covers. So like today, I just went to the Google Images and I searched for gold and white background, wallpaper background, and it just automatically put in free, so I just kept it there. And the one that I always look for the size, because if it's super tiny, it's going to be harder to work with. So this is 640 by 960. There's actually another one exactly like this, only it was a little bit smaller. So this one is 236 by 354. Anytime it says Pinterest, it's going to be too small. So you're going to kind of just play around with it and learn as you go. So this is the one that I picked, and I just clicked on it, and then I simply drug it over to my desktop. So you would just click on it and drag it. I've already done it, so I'm not going to do it again. And then I'm going to go back over to the design, and I'm going to click on Uploads. Now, as you can see, I already have that here. The way I did it was I went to Upload Your Own Images. And then it's going to take you to your files. I keep it simple. I just keep it on my desktop, click on it, and then just click Choose. So now that it's up here, I'm going to take this background and slide it over. So you can see it's not quite big enough for my image, which is no problem. Since I selected that bigger file, remember when I said don't go for the Pinterest one because it's too small? If I did this with that smaller file, it's going to be blurry and you wouldn't be able to see it. It's nice to have a clean white background sometimes. You guys know me, I like shiny things, so I like to pick a background. And it's really easy with the Google Images. Think about what color you want, and you're going to have to search. You're going to take a few minutes to search for the right background until you figure out what you're searching for. I like to search for Paint Splash. That's what I used for this over here on the far left with the paint splatters. You can search Google Images for paint splatters. The other popular thing right now is paintbrush strokes, which would be this pink or the gold or this green. Those are called paint strokes. And you would just simply put in Google Images, pink paint strokes, paintbrush strokes, and click on images, and then that's where it's going to show up. So I actually did a video today launching my new Drab to Fab Life private group for women only. So I'm just going to do a quick little promo graphic for that. And again, any images that you want to use, all you have to do is click on the upload your own image and have it there. So I have this image that I use quite frequently, and the way I got the background removed was actually through a program called PicMonkey, which is a different website I do use a lot. It's just PICMONKEY, and there's a totally separate training video on how to remove the background from an image. It can be time consuming depending on what your existing background is. If you have a background that's like white, perfect. But if you're like at a restaurant or something like that, and you take a picture and you want to remove the background, it's going to take you just a little bit longer. So that's my image that I'm going to use for today. Now I'm going to add some text, and you can choose from some of these cool templates that they already have together. I'm just going to choose one just so you guys can see. Let's see. Oh, there we go. So this is a template that Canva gives you. So you're basically just going to click on the text that you want to change. The Drab to Fab Life. Now say I wanted to change this heart to red. So I'm just going to click on the heart, and then up at the top left, you're going to see the little color box. I'm just going to click on that, and it's going to change it. They give you some colors to choose from. If you want a specific color, you just click on the little color wheel and figure out what color you want. For the font, if I wanted to change the font, I'm going to take my cursor and hover it over that font. And then I'm going to go back up to the top left and choose a different font. One of my favorite fonts that I like to use is Brusher. So it looks like that. If I want to make the font bigger, I simply come up here and hover over the little arrows and drop down to bigger font. Actually, with this particular size, with this template, you can only use a specific size, it only goes so big. So to make that font bigger, I'm just going to take my cursor over that bottom button until I get the double-sided arrow, and I'm going to drag it, and that's going to make it bigger. So that's that. For me personally, I probably am not going to use that template. I just like to use my own font, and I just type it in, the Drab to Fab Life, and I'm going to drag this over with my cursor. See, when your cursor goes the 4 arrows, that's when you're able to drag that anywhere you want. So I'm going to highlight this font, and I'm going to choose a different font. So Brusher is one of the fonts that I like. As you can see, there's a ton of it's just fun. You pick out what's your style, what do you like, and then you just choose it. And you just click on 1 or 2 and go from there. That's Posh calling. I'm just going to tell him I'm doing a call. Hey, I'm actually recording a training video right now. It's okay. It's okay. Are you running home? Okay, cool. All right. I will see you in a minute. Okay. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye. Gotta love working from home, right? Okay, so you're going to pick whatever font that you want. I'm trying to remember the other font that I do like a lot is just this playlist script. and it's going to change the font. So for this one, I'm going to make the font a little bit bigger and put that, oh, kind of drag it over. So because it put it into 3 lines, I'm going to need to widen it because I just want it on 2 lines. I don't want it on 3. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys is how to change the spacing in between. So you're going to come up over to the right top hand corner. Actually, I'm sorry. You're going to come up to back where that little font bar is. You're just going to click on spacing. I'm going to change the line height to make it closer together. If I wanted to spread the words out, the letters out, I would just click on letter spacing. See all the cool things you can do here? So I'm going to leave it like that. See, it did it again. Okay, so you just got to kind of mess around with it and see what happens. So you have it like that. So maybe say the next thing I want to do is put a side-by-side collage together. I'm going to go over here to the top left, this little bar over here on the left that says layouts. I'm sorry, elements and grids. And then I'm going to pick this collage right here, which is just the side-by-side version. And again, I'm going to take my cursor and hover it over that corner, and it can be any of the corners, that little dot in the corner, and I'm going to drag it, and I'm going to make it smaller. So for this one, I'm going to make it smaller, and then I'm going to kind of pull it to the side to make it wider, because it's hard to get pictures in there if I were wanting to use that as a collage. Now, if I were going to just use it as the whole image, then I really wouldn't have to do anything. So this is how I do all my collages, as you guys can see here. So I'm just going to use Connie's picture here. She told me, let's see, so Connie's before picture, I'm going to put it and drag it over here, and then here's her after picture. So you can see that they don't really match up, right? So I'm going to click on that before picture, and again, up at the top left, I'm going to click on crop. So when I crop it, I'm able to make it bigger and then just move it into the center. If I wanted to change the, why didn't it change? Oh, probably because I hit X. All right, so I'm going to make the picture bigger and then move Connie back into the center. Then I'm going to click the arrow for OK. And then I would probably do the same thing with Connie here on this side. And again, just drag that corner so that she's the same size in both of those. And I'm just going to hold my mouse down and move it over like that. And again, the little arrow up at the top left, hit OK. If I wanted to change the filter, like maybe one of the pictures is a little darker and the other one isn't, I'm going to click on filter, and then they give you some different options. I'm not real crazy about those, but you can just click on them and you can see. You see all the different filters. I'm going to put it back on normal, and then typically the only one I need to change is usually the brightness. So I would just click on, brightening it up. This picture did not need anything changed, but I'm just showing you guys, for example, what you can do. And again, you can just play with that and see what you like best. So that was how you would choose like a collage or a graphic. And I'm just going to delete that off. Maybe. All right, so let's say we wanted to add a different element like a line. I'm just going to go through here and pick out what I like. And really, it's just kind of hit or miss. You just, you learn these things just by, doing it. So I just selected one, and I'm going to, again, hold my mouse down over that little dot to make it longer. If I wanted to move it, I'm going to hover it over that bottom corner or the top corner, wherever I'm wanting to move it, and just drag it. It's not letting me for some reason. Okay, I would just use this. How's that? And then if you want to change the color, same thing. The top left, you're just going to select whatever color you like. Since I don't want a line on here, I'm just going to go ahead and hit the top right and hit delete. The other thing that I am going to do, I actually just have my own logo. So I'm going to add my logo to that. And I'm just going to do it like that. What else can I show you guys in here? If you wanted to change the background to like one of the templates that Canva provides you, you just click on background, obviously, and you just pick one. And you can't see it because I have my gold background behind there. So here's the blue. Let's say I want to change it to this pink. So now I have this pink background. Maybe the pink is too bright. Is that even possible? I don't know. So you're going to click on that background, and up in the top right, you see this little checkered box where it starts to fade away. That's the transparency. So you're going to click on that, and then if you want it to be lighter, you just drag it. And that's how it changes. And you can do that with literally any picture. So that's that, just like that. And then I'm actually going to delete the pink, or you could just change it, you know, just see what colors you like. I kind of like that blue, looks kind of cool. Gray, that looks cool also. So you just play around and see what is it that you like. Like, you can't do anything wrong on here. And if you do something that you don't like, up here on the top left, again, it says undo, and it's going to change it back. I'm just going to go ahead and delete that because I like my gold background. So I'm going to put that back on, and then I'm going to show you one more thing here with this. So now that I've added my picture, it's covering up all my other graphics, right? Just need to make that a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go up here. It's not doing it now. It's not going to let me. Oh, it worked. There's a way to rearrange objects. Let's see if I clicked on this. See where it says arrange? I clicked on this photo because it's at the very front of the picture. So your pictures are actually built in layers. So I have my picture here. If I wanted to move it behind for whatever reason, I would hit, would typically give me the, let's see, it's behind something already, I'm not sure what. But if you wanted to move something, you just arrange it back. What is that doing? Okay, it's not really cooperating right now. But if you have layers and you want something in front of it, you just click on that arrange. I'm going to add my logo back on there because somehow it disappeared. And then you can actually add, as much text as you want on here. So let's say I want to add this cool little circle. It's going to go on there, and obviously it's too big, so I'm going to, again, hover over the corner and drag it and make it smaller. And then I'm going to change it from white to, guess what, pink. And then I'm going to click on the text and change it to whatever it is I want to change it. Ladies only. And then again, I don't like the font, so I'm going to highlight it, and I'm going to come up over here and just change it. And I'm going to change the color to purple. And you can't really see it, so I'm going to change it to yellow. So that's how you do that. Let's see what else. There's all different kinds of just templates of fonts that you can choose from, and you just change it. If you don't like the color, you change it. If you don't like the text, you can change it. Different elements that you can do. There's frames, different shapes, icons. Let's see if I type in the search for Shamrock, let's see what comes up. So now we have images, and if I click on the Shamrock, it's going to add the Shamrock over here. Let's say I don't like the color of the shamrock, it's too green, boom, just like that. So whatever images you're looking for, you can just type in the search, a heart. And it's gonna pull up different hearts to choose from. See? So when you're done, you're basically just going to hit download. And it's going to download it to your computer. And sometimes when you download it, it does, you want to use a ping. If you're doing like a PDF, obviously, you're going to want to put it in a PDF, but I always download it in a PNG file because it's the highest resolution and everything works with those files. So you're going to download it, and then sometimes when you download it, it might look a little different than how you did it before, how you thought it was going to look. So there's my picture, and it's automatically saves to your computer in the downloaded files, and it's ready to go. So there you have it, you guys. Some basic instructions on how to use canva.com. I hope this was helpful. Keep practicing. The more you do it, the easier it gets. And remember, nobody is like this crazy master graphic designer if you haven't been to school. And maybe even if you've gone to school, you may not be some master crazy awesome graphic designer, but you do get better with time. Just keep messing with it, keep playing with it, and just have fun with it.